Ray Swanson. I am the President and CEO of Centice Corporation here in the Research Triangle area in North Carolina. And I've been with the company actually for a little over a month. Centice was created by three people, David Brady, Mike Sullivan, and Prasant Putluri, three folks at Duke. The company was spun out of Duke with an exclusive license for this technology in 2004 and funded by the Aurora Funds and Novak Biddle, Aurora Funds here in the Triangle, and Novak Biddle Venture Partners out of Washington, D.C. One of the things I found most exciting about the company was the fact that the company had a broadly applicable technology platform, a tremendous technology platform. And we call it computational optical sensing. Our killer application, it's in what we call drug validation. We know, though, that there are over 700,000 medication dispensing errors in the United States every year. So we want to make an impact to that, a positive impact to that, by reducing those errors. Now, this is a very large market. There are over 57,000 pharmacies in the United States alone. No one else has a product out there that can read through the plastic bottle. No one has a product that can even approach doing this in 3 seconds. So we see this as a tremendous opportunity.
What's the sort of timeline before you are starting to get into the pharmacies?
Sure. Well, there's several questions there. I think first of all, we'd like to have our retail pharmacy drug verification product in the market in the second half of 2007. We think that's a very realistic target for a product launch here in the United States. It's always tough when you have a technology that's broadly applicable to decide where you want to go first. Mm-hmm. It's a little different than the kind of marketing that I typically would like to do, which would be to find an unmet need in a vertical and then go design a product around it. In this instance, what we're doing is we actually have a technology that's broadly applicable. So, we have to use different methodologies. We'll find people who are more broad in their scientific knowledge and talk to them about it and then gather information. But at that point, then we will go to the specific markets and we'll find the industry experts and we'll start talking about the unmet needs and the customer requirements. And from there, it's kind of cookie cutter that you can start to develop your return on investment models and really then prioritize where you want to go.
Sure.
But it's a big project. Very exciting.
It sounds
project.
like a lot of fun. Yeah, it sounds like a really great place. Can you talk a little bit about your leadership style and how that's going to affect kind of the direction of your company and specifically innovation? But I'd like to hear about your leadership style and what effect you think that will have on your company.
Sure. Well, I'll answer that in several different ways. I'm very results oriented. But I'm also very oriented towards creating positive outcomes or positive products for my customers. So when we think about innovation, we want to have innovation. We want to have new products that are redefining or where we can shift a paradigm, and we believe our technology can do that. But we don't want to do that just for the sake of doing it. So when we look at developing new products through innovation, we typically will do so through a very specific goal in mind. And I think my kind of nature towards being results oriented will help drive that process.
Sure.
I'm also a team builder. Every venture that I've ever been successful in has been because, in large part, I built a very strong team. And oftentimes what you do when you build a strong team and bringing highly capable people in is you sometimes get out of their way and let them do their jobs. And that's another characteristic that I would propose would be very, very important in an environment where you want to foster creativity, which can lead to innovation, but also have the discipline in the company so that you are, you're meeting the business requirements to build products that create value for your customers, and also you're creating value for your shareholders.
Sure. What would you offer as advice to a startup in RTP?
I think there are three things that I would say that you clearly are part of the makeup, part of the recipe for being successful.
I think we'll be okay.
You think we'll be okay with that noise?
Yeah, if not, we'll...
I think the first is passion. Find something that you can clearly be passionate about, that you can articulate in a business sense, but that you can be passionate about. I think that you clearly also want to have focus. You want to be focused on something And that's where the passion can really come out. You can really leverage the passionate part of you. The third piece is focus on the customer. Do not focus on the technology for the sake of the technology, but focus on understanding what your customers' issues are and what you can do to make their lives, their day-to-day better. And if you do that, you have the basis for a good product or a good service. The economics always have to work out for all parties involved, but if you focus on the customer, I think you'd at least be starting in the right place.
So does that for you mean that you are getting on phone calls with customers and going to meet them in their offices and stuff?
So today we have about 26 people, and it's primarily engineering. So one of the objectives that I have in the near term is to build a commercial infrastructure for the company with marketing, sales, and business development people. And that's part of the way at which we will obviously not only move towards building products that meet customer requirements, but also create a culture that's customer focused. And it won't only be our marketing and sales people who will be culture focused, but on a day-to-day basis, the topics around the table will move eventually towards more, does this meet customer requirements? What are the customer requirements? So again, it will be, obviously from my perspective, I tend to wake up in the morning thinking about what can I do for the customer, but I want people in the company who will do that as well. That's part of this team building concept that I spoke about. And so it will be my own personal interactions with people outside who can help steer us in the right direction, but also putting a team in place of people who will also help do that. That's going to help us get to where we need to get to.
All right. Hey, I appreciate your time today. This was fantastic. You've offered some great insights into starting up, and I'm excited about what you're doing at Centice. So
I'm excited to be here. Thank you very much.
Great.
It's been a pleasure, Garrett.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you.